Well, hello there. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have decided to join me today for another Simple Sunday video. Today, I'm going to show you one of the latest kits that you can find online, and this is called the Serene Scenes kit. And I love this kit because it's very simple, but it's very what do I want to say? Delicate, elegant. I don't know. Um, but it is very serene. Maybe that's the word I need. And so when you get a kit from Stampin' Up, you'll get a direction piece like this. It shows you the cards that you will be making in that kit. And then I always open up to the very last, the bottom of the page. Oops, I'm sorry, the back side of the page where it shows all three cards and what I need in each card. And then I will take the punch outs and everything that I need and I put them together in a card, in one of the cards. So for instance, with this card, I took out these little things that I know I'm going to need. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is stamp. I always highly encourage all the stamping to be done first because once you get it done, um, when you start, you can always figure out a way to fix it up if you make a mistake. But if you do it after everything's kind of glued together and you make a mistake, there's no way, there's no turning back. So make sure that you always stamp everything first. And you can start with any of the cards, whatever you're most comfortable with, and you can go ahead and you just follow the directions and it'll show you here. You need these stamps. This stamp's going to go on the inside. This stamp's going to go on the outside. All the hexagon circles are the dimensionals. If you see a dark circle like that, it means you're going to use a glue dot. If for any reason you have to measure something like ribbon or anything like that, there is also a ruler on the side of these pages so that you can measure that way. So all you really need is the scissors. Everything else is provided. They provide you with your dimensionals and your glue dots and any of the adhesives. They'll also provide the ribbon if you need that. There's a stamp block that comes with it and a little stamping spot for the color of ink that you use. For this particular kit, we use the ink Basic Gray. Now I'm going to go ahead and I already stamped everything, so it's just a matter of putting this all together. So I'm going to look at this so that I can remember because it's been a while since I've done it. And so I've got it stamped. I've got that kind of blurry thing and I put the message in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the others together. Now it shows me on here that I need a dimensional for the bottom of this. And it also shows that my hello gets flipped over this way to the left. And I will put a dimensional on this side and a glue dot on the other side of it. And you'll see why that is in just a few minutes when we put it together. Okay, then it shows me on the back of my frame that I need all of these. If I can bring it up closer. It shows me that I need the dimensional there, and over here it shows the dimensional and the glue dot, and then this frame needs all those dimensionals. So I'm going to put those on the frame right now. And I'm going to do exactly the way it shows me because I know then that my card is going to turn out the way I want it to. Now, those of you who are avid stampers, you might be able to come up with an alternative card to do, and those are just as great. But today I'm going to follow the kit exactly the way it is shown here. So, first things I'm going to do is I am going to peel these off. But before I adhere this, I'm going to show you, it shows that after I've stamped, I need to put that little tree in there. So I'm going to put my tree on first. Then it shows me that I put my frame on, line it up with the correct colors, going the correct way. And I want to, oh, my phone alarm is going off. Hang on just a second. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to put this over this way a little bit so that you see a little bit of that line in there. And then it shows me to put my hello on there. So I'm going to put this sticky end will go on the already raised part, and then the dimensional on that will raise it up to make it all even. So we have our first card completed. All right. I'm going to go to the next one. Make sure I have everything that I need. And let's see. That's the second card. So I have already put, I've already done all my stamping. So now I just have to add my adhesives. And so it is showing me to put a dimensional on this little bush. And the you did it. It shows, oh, I put that up too high and I know it's going to show. So I'm actually going to remove it and put a new one on. There we go. And then I'm going to take this little glue dot, put that there, and it shows I need dimensionals all the way around my frame. And you make 3 of each of these designs, and of course, once you know what you're doing, they go by very quickly. So it shouldn't take too much to get it all done. All right. So I have this all together. The first thing I need to do, I did stamp. And so I'm going to put my little bush on it as it shows me right here. It's kind of hard to see because it all blends together in the picture, but that bush goes there. And then I'm going to put my frame on. Okay, there we go. All right, and I'll make sure I get my colors going the right direction. Put it on just like that. And then I'm going to take my little sentiment and I'm going to put that right here. And I have my second card done. So, yeah, I think serene or peaceful is the right word to describe these cards. They really are at peace. You just kind of want to sigh and relax a little bit when you look at them. Okay, this one is actually a Father's Day card. So if you're looking for something to do for Father's Day, this would be a great kit to get. All right, let's look at that. It shows me, let's see, Happy Father's Day, and I have to put a dimensional on this side. And what happened to my glue dots? There they are. I'm going to put one glue dot here and one here, just as it is shown in my picture. Okay. And then the tree here also gets one dimensional. And then, of course, our frame gets the dimensional. Now, what's different about this card is that we stamped on the outside of the envelope. So I thought that was kind of cool. And you can, of course, do that on all of your cards if you want, with all of your cards if you would like to. But um, that's what they chose to do for the Father's Day cards. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. Oh, I got to put the dimensionals on the frame. I forgot. Okay, there we go. Mm. Okay, it shows two on the long sides. This one I think I put up too high. If I can get it off nicely, maybe I'll just replace it. It's one thing you got to watch for with these narrow frames and that sort of thing. You want to make sure that you get your dot or your dimensional right where it needs to be so that it's not sticking out on the other side. And it can be tricky. Excuse me. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay, another thing that you can do is you can take your snippets, your scissors, and just trim off that little bit that seems to be hanging over. Most of the time, it won't be seen. No one will even know. But if it bothers you, if you're anal about it, you can either replace it with another one or snip the edges like that. Okay, now I'm going to remove the paper off of these dimensionals. And we're going to put this frame right there. And then we'll do our Happy Father's Day sentiment. Oh, and put that right there. There we go. There's the Father's Day card. Pretty cool, huh? All right. So now we have all of our cards, and there's three of each one. So let me show them to you one more time. Try and get this envelope down. There we go. And we'll get the directions out of the way. All right. We have our Father's Day card. We have an encouraging card that says, "You did it." And we have the other card that's just simple hello. All right. That again is our Serene. I want to make sure I get the title correct here. Yeah, Serene Scenes kit. And you can make these 3 beautiful cards and give them to those that you love. Well, thanks so much for joining me today for this Simple Sunday video. I trust that you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them in the comment section and I will check them out. And but otherwise, I will see you again next Tuesday for our Tickle Tuesday video. Bye now.